Rob, we're going to start first with the news about Nic White. We always knew he was going to leave at the end of the season. We now know he's going to the Brumbies, but just sum up a little bit about Nic and what he's offered to you in the time he's been with the club.
Oh, well, he's just been a fantastic guy, and he's a fantastic character, fantastic competitor, an extremely good player. You know, he's one of those ones where it always feels a bit bittersweet. You know, I'm delighted for him that he's had the opportunity to go back playing international rugby. Delighted for him he's had the chance to play in a World Cup. But also it feels a little bit kind of like I say bittersweet that we're going to be losing him at the end of this season. But the one thing I know with Nic and the character he is, and from the communication he's already given us from the World Cup, is that as much as he's enjoying it, as much as it's important to him what he's doing now, he's also really looking forward to getting back with the guys here, and getting back playing some club rugby and trying to achieve something for Exeter before he leaves as well.
We saw with the two finals how much they really hurt him, didn't they? He's a born winner. He's a typical Aussie in that respect, isn't he?
Yeah, he's competitive in everything he does. I think, as I said, he's added to things we've done. Not just, you know, he's a quality player, but as you say, he's a massive competitor. You know, great trainer. You know, he's been a driver in a few areas for us, and he makes sure everybody's got to stay on their game really, because as you say, he's an outright competitor, and I think he's been fantastic for us. I think he's been a great role model for our younger nines and really set them some high standards. And I think we'll only see them thrive and improve in the time they're spending with him. So I think always round we've been very lucky to have him here for the last few seasons.
I was going to say, in his absence though, it's given the likes of Jack, Sam and Stu Townsend, Joe Snow, their opportunity, and they seem to have taken it, all of them, haven't they?
That's right, and I mean, we've got some tough decisions to make about what we go around replacing Nic. You know, do we replace him with the guys we've got here? You know, do they step forward over the course of this early period of the season, and then over the course of next season as they develop and mature, that they're the guys who should be taking us forward? You know, or do we have to keep an eye on the market and see if there's the next Nic White out there? So we've got some interesting decisions to be made, but they're quite exciting decisions for us to be made going forward.
You talk about Nic at the World Cup, but let's talk about the other guys as well. We're seeing lots of positive contributions. We saw Knowlesy back on the pitch and scoring.
Yeah, oh, it was fantastic. All three of them involved, wasn't it? Playing for England. Obviously, great to see Tom Francis doing so well with Wales now. You know, they've had a pretty tough game today, and they've come through a tough game pretty well. And obviously, Scotland are back in the mix now with a huge game that's going to be coming up this weekend. So, you know, I think always round, I think we're really pleased with the contribution of our kind of World Cup players. They've been fantastic role models for the club. And I can only hope the best for them going forward. You know, hopefully Knowlesy's injury stays cleared up. Same with Slady. Hopefully Dickie keeps scoring tries. You know, and it'd be great to see Wales and Scotland keep moving forward, because you know this is a big occasion for all those lads, and I'd like to see it go well for all of them.
And are they all going to come back with that little bit more bigger game experience again? That's can only be a positive.
I think it's interesting. You know, managing these lads as they come back is going to be a challenge, because there's going to be some physical exertion is going to have happened. There's going to be a fair bit of mental exertion going to happen, depending on where things end up. Some guys are going to be elated, some guys are going to be deflated. So how we manage them as they come back in is going to be interesting. But as you say, bigger picture, you've got to expect that experience in the World Cup will hold them and us in good stead, you know, in the future as we play in bigger and bigger games.